We all work for the future. The future, right? When you hear this word, what can you imagine? With robots? Progressive technologies? The simplicity of life? Yeah. You're probably right if you think about that. But how do we get there? In your head. To the future. It's certainly complicated. But let's not mind that we are concentrating on the moment for now instead. Buildings, technology, computers, and more will enable us to enter the world of the future, where everything is advanced. But let us reflect on and appreciate the small and easy things we use to make our lives simpler. When we do not have stuff that we can use in our daily lives, how can we get to the future? For entertainment, ease of contact, and more, we use mobile phones, other devices, and many more. So who are the people behind those inventions? Let's take a closer look at electronics engineering. If you ask what electronic engineering is, it is a form of engineering that is related to electronic circuits, electronics, and the devices and systems that use them. It allows technology to grow and evolve and also focuses on the creation of new technologies. Creativity is all about electronics engineering. It is an area of engineering that offers and supports things that people need. What are the electronics engineers doing then? Well, everyday devices, such as mobile phones, computers, portable music devices, and the gadget you use to watch this video, is made, designed, and developed by electronic engineers. The capacity to build new inventions and innovations is provided by electronic engineers. They are enormous contributors, especially in the field of electronics. Did you know that Adam Osborne created the first portable computer and launched it in April 1981? The PlayStation that most people use until now was also invented in 1994 by Ken Kutaragi. These are some of the activities of electronic engineers that have an impact on the lives of individuals. Without electronic engineers, can you imagine the world? The development of medical devices such as medical image scanners to keep us safe longer without electronic engineers pushing the technology's leading edge. Communication technology to keep us and all our systems in touch in order to make our modern lives easier. New environmentally friendly power generations and transport systems and technologies will make the planet a different place. In the Philippines, there are numerous companies providing various jobs for graduates of the Bachelor of Science in Electronics and Communication Engineering course, known as BSECE. Any of the businesses are Pantronics International Corporation at Caloocan City, Servers Check at Makati City, and Infosys BPM Limited Philippine Branch at National Capital Region. The positions offered are all part of the curriculum for BSECE. They are looking for BSECE-related electronics engineers, firmware engineers, electronics technicians, and others. On the hardware on which the program runs, the firmware engineers work closely. They play a significant role in promoting the life cycle of the entire line of goods from the beginning until the software application is fully introduced. The electronics engineer fixes, performs, and checks various electrical systems and goods. The electronics technicians troubleshoot and repair the device when there is a fault in an electrical system until it is safe to use. They are the ones that are responsible for ensuring that various electrical systems and technologies are secure. The average pay of an electronics engineer here in our country is 701,896 pesos a year, and approximately 337 pesos an hour. The bachelor's degree for an electronics engineer is the highest level of education. This study is based on data from wage surveys obtained directly from various employers and anonymous workers here in the Philippines.
Good evening, this is George Reliores. I am an ECA graduate and currently working in Rome LSI Design here in Ortigas, Pasig. So my position is currently Senior CAD Engineer. Okay, first question, what is ECE? ECE is Electronics and Communication Engineering. what made you choose this kind of profession? So I love programming. So my first course is a computer technician. So when I found out that it can be we have a ladderized program in the school to upgrade it to ECE, so I took the opportunity to get another 2 or 3 more years to be an engineer. So what should you expect in this kind of profession? So I expect to be more of computer stuff, so more on networking. So that's what I expect. Third question, what do you think will be the benefit of your work to society? So mainly, our work to society will benefit in the terms of technology. So without technology, without the advanced technology, life won't be easier, and some tasks will be conveniently done, as we are now experiencing here, using the Zoom, using cell phones. So it will be conveniently used by most of the people. Do you think your works have a huge impact to consumers? So as a company, we believe that it has a huge impact to our consumers. We are basically now in the field of automotive, so we are now in making some modification, advancement in cars, so in the automation of cars, in the airbags, in their power supply, so these cars will not explode. So that's one of example of our our product, our outcome of our work. So that's it. So it really have a huge impact to our consumers. How can you relate innovation to the evolution of electronics since then? So evolution of electronics as we're experiencing now, imagine the use of cell phones. It was just an analog box, but now we are conveniently carrying it around. Before it was really big, so it should be, there should be innovation in the evolution of electronics. So as we're experiencing now, life is easier, connection is easier, so we can connect to our loved ones even though they are very far away. So I think that's one of the benefit of the innovation of the electronics. So I think in this part, I think humanity will benefit most of the time. Okay, what are mainly your contribution to society? As I said before, we are more of on the power supply part. So we design the circuits inside the power supply of the car, some appliances, so and also in the medical field. So it will be used in that part. So power supply will main purpose is to regulate the electricity, the heat. So it's like automation. So kung walang ganon, everything will be messed up. So iinit yung mga bagay. So we are on that part. We are making on the power supply part, especially on the medical field. So imagine we may in opera then may iinit bigla. So we are also doing the part in the automotive. So when we automotive, we are making the integrated circuit about the airbag. So imagining we are making about the safety of our consumers. So kung walang airbag, hindi safe yung loob, yung mechanism nilalabas yung airbag. So hindi safe din yung tao na sasakay sa mga sasakyan. So those are the stuff that we are mostly looking forward to do more, to innovate more. So that's the focus of our company, more on microchips, more integrated circuits. So I believe that we have a huge contribution to the society.